Good morning. One of the subscribers asked me to post the video of Eric Trump saying that he stands behind the Secret Service, that he doesn't have a problem with anything that they did. Any one of them would have taken a bullet. Any one of them. They all love his father. He doesn't blame them for anything that happened. So when I said that, somebody responded with what I don't know if it's sarcastic or not, but post the video. I never seen that. Okay, we can do that. We can post the video. Here you go. And then afterwards, I'm going to post a video of them talking on Fox News, and one of the congressmen, especially there's another congressman as well. I'll put clips of that article in here asking the Secret Service director to actually resign. They're trying to put pressure on her to resign from her spot.
So I know all those agents on stage, and they're the greatest people ever. In fact, the female that's in the picture, she was with me for a very long time, and she's one of the greatest human beings you'll ever meet. I would do anything for her, and I would do anything for her. I'm telling you, Katie, they're the greatest people ever. And every single one of those people would have taken a bullet for him that day, and they did. They jumped in, and I don't put any of this on them. In fact, I laud them for their courageousness and being heroes that day. Because they could have gotten killed as well. They easily could have gotten. Those bullets were flying over them just as closely as they were flying over my father. At the same time, they moved with him to a location, right? That location's already secure. Whatever happened in terms of the setup of that location, whoever allowed a rooftop that large to be unsecure at 130 yards, whoever allowed a madman to crawl up on that rooftop with a rifle, there are real questions to be answered.
Senator Josh Hawley says he's heard from multiple whistleblowers.
The idea that you could have all of this time elapse and nobody notices, no law enforcement notices he's on the roof. Whistleblowers tell me that law enforcement were actually on different channels, different radio communication channels. There were multiple different channels, and they weren't coordinated.
We need answers. The director of the Secret Service, Kimberly Cheadle, expected to face tough questions when she testifies before the House Oversight Committee on Monday. Joining us now, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan, and he's on the House Oversight Committee, and Iraq War veteran Congressman Corey Mills. Welcome, guys. Appreciate you being on. Congressman Mills, I got to think about you with your war background. You know this guy's suspicious. You keep him under surveillance for an hour, and then without a ladder, just getting on the air conditioner, he hit a gun earlier, it seems. He gets on top of the roof and starts firing as soon as he gets discovered and hits Trump in the ear, kills and wounds 2 others. From what you know a week later, what have you concluded?
Well, look, Brian, the bottom line is that we need to do a full J13 commission where we investigate not only to pull the advance plan and where they set the perimeter lines, but what was the security plan? Why wasn't there a central emergency communications channel for every single one of the law enforcement officers there, from local to coordinated agencies to the Secret Service themselves? Why didn't we have someone pre-stationed on that roof knowing that it's 160 yards completely adjacent to the stage with a clear line of sight? This is a sniper's paradise. This is something that we never would have allowed to have gone within our perimeters. And I've done so many of these advances and so many of these different counter sniper operations where I've set up and I do a range fan as well as for a sniper sketch in my data log book that'll tell you exactly where I would be focused and where I would look at. Right. I want to request that log book. I want to request the counter snipers team's perimeter layouts, their range fans. And I think that while Biden can't tell the difference between Cheeto and Cheetos, she needs to come on, she needs to resign, but we need a full investigation to determine whether or not this was negligence, dereliction of duty, or if there was intent. We can't pull anything off the table at this time.
Congressman, what's
I am calling on Director Cheadle to resign immediately following last weekend's shooting of a presidential candidate in Western Pennsylvania, Boyle said in a statement posted on X Saturday. The evidence coming to light has shown unacceptable operational failures. I have no confidence in the leadership of the United States Secret Service if Director Cheadle chooses to remain in her position. That's pretty sad because that's coming from a Democrat that's supposed to not like Donald Trump. But he's actually standing up for the guy in the betterment of the Secret Service and them actually doing their job, because this type of failure can definitely spill over into lack of discipline with other candidates as well. And it may affect the Democratic Party also. So it's in there. It would behoove them to put pressure on these people that are the directors of these companies to fix what's going on, because that could save their life one day. What's odd about this whole thing is the fact that the Trump family, and I'm pro-Trump, I'm voting for Trump. I mean, this whole ordeal is just absolutely crazy. And the fact that people would think that he would stage this whole thing to shoot himself, when there's so much deviation of error at 150 yards, especially with an old, outdated AR-15 that's 10, 15 years old, a scope that had no magnification, they're saying. It was just a regular red dot, and trying to take that shot from that far away, you could almost not see the target. The dot at 130 to 150 yards away, just a regular red dot with no magnification, would be like the whole size of the head. So, and it with an MOA of between 1.5 and 2.5 at that, just all depends. And the fact that he got up there, the fact that the one lady was stumbling, trying to put her gun in a holster and stuff like that, and figure out what she was doing. Eric Trump says, no, well, I don't feel like they did anything wrong. They did their job. So, you guys can do what you want with it, but the man did say it. Eric Trump himself said, I don't think the Secret Service did anything wrong. They didn't do nothing wrong. They were just there, and they reacted, and that's just how it is. Look, I don't care what you believe. I'm just trying to present the facts here. I'm trying to present the facts on what was said, and me being a military guy, and having some assimilation with having to go out and set up secure points and stuff, and secure a team in a location to make sure comms and everything else is up. I have some input on this. I'm not a professional. I'm not a sniper. I've never worked for an agency like that other than just being in the Army, and I have a little bit different insight or, opinion on what's going on in a militant mindset versus what the average person would have that doesn't know about this stuff. So we talk about it. Sometimes it helps people understand. Sometimes it doesn't. Needless to say, the information's there. I hope you guys have a great day. Be blessed. Have a safe weekend. Don't do anything crazy.